Hello friends! Having lots of kids at home is a blessing. There is always laughter in the house, and the kids never get bored with so many siblings around. The kids likely grow up to become good friends and are a strong support system for each other. However, there is also another side to the story. When a family has lots of kids, the parents need to have more money, time, and endurance. Raising independent individuals with good values is an insanely energy-consuming task. However, it also brings a lot of positive emotions and other benefits. Oksana from Odisha, Ukraine, never suspected how blessed she would be one day and how much her life would change after having children. Until 2016, Oksana Kovalevskaya was happily married to her husband and planned to start a large family with him. Oksana's husband Sergey, too, dreamed of having many children after the birth of their first daughter, Alice. He flourished in his role of a father, so giving Alice a brother or sister became the couple's new goal. The couple could afford to have another child if they continued to work hard in their jobs. Oksana had uterine fibroids, because of which she had to have an ultrasound every 6 months. During one such ultrasound, she received happy news. Oksana was pregnant for the second time. There was no limit to the family's happiness. All they could talk about was the new baby until the time came for another ultrasound. In her 8th week of pregnancy, 37-year-old Oksana was told that she was pregnant with 5 kids at the same time. At first, the doctors thought that they made a mistake. Such things are common with IVF, but not with a natural pregnancy. This is a unique case that happens to 1 out of 85 million pregnancies. A true miracle befell Oksana's family. To say that the couple was shocked would be a major understatement. They worried about carrying all those babies to term and providing for them once they were born. They had no idea that it was possible to get pregnant with so many children at once. Oksana and Sergey went to the next ultrasound appointment together. There, they were told about all the possible risks associated with such a pregnancy. They were told about a reduction procedure, during which several embryos could be removed so that the others would develop. Oksana did not like that idea. She did not want to decide the fate of her future children and wanted to give birth to as many babies as God had sent her. Sergey supported her decision, but for several days afterwards, he was very withdrawn. Oksana spent almost her entire pregnancy in the hospital under the supervision of doctors. They referred to her as a fragile vase. In the final months of pregnancy, Oksana's bump was so big that it gave her great discomfort. She went into labor prematurely. It was decided to do a C-section. Since the babies were born too early, they were immediately sent to the NICU. The babies weighed very little, only 1,200 to 1,900 grams. As such, the doctors monitored their condition very vigilantly. David and twin boys Dennis and Vlad and twin girls Sasha and Dasha became a sensation, not only in Odisha but around the entire world. News stories were immediately filmed about the children, and the hospital was surrounded by journalists. The city's mayor personally presented the family with keys to a brand new 5-bedroom apartment. More than 100,000 hryvnias were spent on medical fees throughout the pregnancy, but the family did not have to pay any of it out of pocket. The family was also gifted a minibus, which the president himself came to present the family. All those gifts, however, were of little importance when compared to what was happening inside the family. Misunderstandings and Sergey's strange behaviors led to frequent bickering between Oksana and her husband. Sergey was always in a bad mood and away on urgent business. He smiled pleasantly for the camera and posed for the media, but when he was alone with his wife, he confessed that he did not know if he could handle such a large number of children. Their relationship finally ended when the babies turned 6 months old. Sergey simply left, cutting off all communication with Oksana and the children. This negatively impacted the couple's eldest daughter, Alice, who, unlike her brothers and sisters, knew her dad well and refused to accept a reality in which he was not present. She became withdrawn and was jealous of the new children, regarding them as a single entity that stood between her and her parents. Oksana's mom helped her cope with the many difficulties. the grandmother of the children is a truly special person. Despite her advanced age, she always helped her daughter and worked with her on equal footing. In order to keep up with everything, the two women developed a whole system for taking care of the children. While one pair of twins was fed, the other was changed, and then vice versa, many times a day. The grandmother became a true savior who devoted all of her free time to the children, unlike the children's father. Not only did Sergey refuse to see the children or inquire about their well-being, but he didn't even pay child support. Oksana simply had no way of returning to work. She always had to buy 5 of whatever the babies needed. On top of it, the children grew quickly and their clothes would stop fitting every month. The first years of the children's lives was especially difficult. The babies were very fussy at night and took turns getting sick, which turned the family's life into a living hell. Gradually, Oksana and her mother got used to their new, sleepless normal. Of course, it negatively impacted their health, but they didn't think about that. The family's neighbors and other kind people organized a special fund for the mother and her many children. They raised money and collected donations for the children. Did Oksana despair? No, she didn't. She simply had no time to give up and lose hope. She learned to drive the minibus so that she could bring the children to kindergarten and after-school activities. Then she came up with a way to make money. Today she runs her own blog on social media. It all started with a couple of mundane posts and a few photo shoots with their children. As more and more people saw her posts and learned her story, the amount of attention surrounding the family only grew. Many people wanted to become immersed in the family's busy life and get a taste of what it was like to be raising so many children. Of course, gifts from children's stores soon followed, since everyone wanted to receive advertisement from the famous mother. Gradually, Oksana's financial and mental state improved. She got used to her new life, in which there were so many wonderful little children. Her older daughter, Alice, received professional help in order to better adapt to the family's new lifestyle, which greatly improved her relationship with her siblings. Every day, David, Dennis, Vlad, Sasha, and Dasha get older and grow into their different personalities. Some show leadership skills, others less so. Their mother watches them as if they were a kaleidoscope that is constantly changing. This story teaches us that you should always listen to your heart and not give up, even during the most difficult moments and sleepless nights. Oksana never regretted the birth of her children. She imagines a future in which the large and happy family sits around the table and tells each other stories of the interesting things happening in their lives. Friends, what do you think about this incredible story about a mother from Odisha? Make sure to share your opinions in the comments. That's all for today. Rate the video if you liked it. See you soon. Bye.